This video is brought to you by Humble Monthly. Get Destiny 2 and a bunch of other games for just $12. Also get access to the Humble Trove, a slew of great DRM-free games available to download with your subscription right now. Check out the link in the description box below. Yo, what's going on guys? Mush back at it with another edition of GPU Market Watch, the series where I take a look at GPU prices and how they are trending in this unpredictable climate of GPU prices. It seemed like you guys enjoyed the first episode of this, so I'll be keeping it up to date. I'll try to be doing it every 2 to 3 weeks once the market changes a little bit. And you'll notice with this episode again, we're primarily covering NVIDIA GPUs because at this point, buying an AMD GPU really isn't the route to go. That is if you're looking for an RX 570 or an RX 580. Now, if you are dead set about getting one of those GPUs in your reg, the ideal route is to get a pre-built computer, and that's why I'll be mentioning some pre-built computers after we talk about standalone GPU prices first. So first up, I mentioned this a while back, NVIDIA has been listing their GPUs at somewhat close to retail price every 2 to 3 weeks. And earlier they had the NVIDIA Titan XP 1080 Ti, 1080, 1070 Ti, GTX 1070, and GTX 1060 6GB, and those were all listed for their MSRP at this point. Now 1060 for $299 is okay, honestly though. I'm starting to get a little bit more and more turned off from the 6GB 1060. $299 is just a lot for that GPU, and if you can scrounge up the extra $100, the 1070 is readily available for $399, and that seems to be the basement for both the 1060 and the 1070. I saw a 1060 one time, a 6GB model that is cheaper than $300, but since then it's been like 3 weeks since I saw that listing, and $300 is really the basement price that you're seeing. That is doubly true for the 1070. I have yet to see the 1070 once be under $399, so if you see it for that price and you're eager to pick up a 1070, that is a great value. The 1070 Ti was also listed at $449. However, this is one I'll mention a listing in a little bit that you can actually find some better deals on, but $449 for a 1070 Ti is pretty good. And then the 1080 at $549, that's not all too great. The basement price for a 1080 is usually $499, and you can find that deal pretty regularly. The 1080 Ti for $700 and the Titan XP for $1200, yeah, if you have the cash to fork over for those, by all means you can check them out, but that's a little bit out of my price range. But whenever NVIDIA does this mass listing, usually the GPUs are available for around 4 to 6 hours, so not bad prices. But personally speaking, I've been seeing deals like this more readily available, but whenever NVIDIA does a mass listing, it does make it a little bit easier to get them all and have them in one contained environment. Moving on to specific listings, we're just going to be looking at 1080s, 1070s, and 1070 Ti's. Now this deal is still available, and like I said, the basement price for a 1080, $499, that's what you can get it for right now. A Zotac GeForce GTX 1080 Mini, 8GB GPU. It is listed at $550 over at Newegg. There's a $20 mail-in rebate and a promo code that knocks off $30. So you can get that GPU for $499 flat. That's pretty freaking good. Again, Newegg has the Founders Edition listed at $549, so that's a little bit cheaper. $500 for a 1080 is really good. It's a great 1440p GPU or even a 4K GPU. So again, that's available right now, and I'll leave a link to that in the description box down below, along with the promo code that you'll need to use to get an additional $30 off. It is $499 after you take advantage of the promo code and the mail-in rebate. I know mail-in rebates is kind of a wishy-washy subject. Some people don't even take advantage of it, so if you don't, still $520 for a 1080 isn't a bad deal at all. For those of you looking for 1070s, multiple times a week I've seen them for $399. Again, nothing cheaper than that though. So if you want a 1070, you live in the States, expect to pay $400. If at some point it gets a little bit cheaper than that, I'll let you guys know. But right now, $399 does seem to be that regular price that it's available for. Best Buy had a 1070 Founders Edition for $399 flat. Again, NVIDIA, when they do their mass listing, $399 flat is what you're paying. There was actually one deal available a little while ago. If you coupled an eBay promo code that was available for 1 day only, you could have gotten a PNY 1070 for $390, but those eBay codes are rather infrequent, so that was kind of a limited time thing. But yeah, that's only $10 lower, and again, that was a very short time frame that you had the opportunity to check that out. So if you see a 1070 for $399, you want the GPU, that is the price you should be paying. Wouldn't really recommend to pay any more than that, but you are going to be hard pressed to find anything cheaper. As far as the 1070 Ti goes, there's actually been a couple of good deals on this one. There was an MSI GeForce GTX 1070 Ti available for $450 after a mail-in rebate. So $450 for a 1070 Ti is pretty good, especially an MSI model. But Newegg was actually giving a free $20 Steam code with it on top of that. So if you factor that in at $20, and you kind of have to value it at $20, I mean, if you're getting a high quality GPU, you're probably going to be buying games on Steam. So a free $20 code goes a long way, and I would value it at $20. That means you would be getting a 1070 Ti for $430, and that's a really good deal on a 1070 Ti, better than your regular 1070, so that's definitely a good deal. Right now, they have that same 1070 Ti listed for $500 flat, $20 mail-in rebate, but they still are giving the Steam code with it. Not a bad deal, but a little bit more expensive than what it's been going for. So those are the standalone GPUs. Again, NVIDIA had a mass listing a few weeks ago, and the regular listings have been coming in. Best Buy seems to regularly list Founders Edition 1070s for $399. 1080s are regularly available for $499 to $550, and then 1070 Ti's, while you might value that Steam code offering a little bit differently than me, I valued it at a full $20, and $430 for a 1070 Ti is quite good. So that was available. Again, right now it is a little bit more expensive than that. Finally, I want to round out this video by taking a look at a pair of pre-built computers, one that was available for $515, one that was available for a little bit more expensive at $850, but that did include an RX 580 8GB. So a very nice PC there. First, let's talk about the cheaper option. Newegg had a refurbished HP Pavilion Power 580 023. That included an i5 7400 3GHz, 8GB of DDR4 RAM, a 1TB hard drive, and a GTX 1060 3GB. All of that for just $515 with free shipping. That is an awesome entry-level PC. Great for 1080p gaming, and you're only paying $515. What a deal. Again, free shipping on it. That's an exceptional deal. Just a really good entry-level PC. A 3GB 1060, you'll find a hard time finding it for anything less than around $220. And with a pre-built computer, you're getting Windows 10 pre-installed on there. Yes, it is refurbished, but considering all of the hardware you're getting with it, $515 for that was really good. Out of stock right now, but that was available just 4 days ago. And deals like that on refurbished PCs are pretty regularly available. $515, however, is the cheapest that I've seen it for. Typically, I would see it around $550 to $580 for a PC like this, so that was an exceptional deal. Hopefully, we see something like that again very soon. And then Best Buy also discounted a pre-built computer to $850. It included an AMD Ryzen 7 1700, 16GB of DDR4 RAM, an 8GB RX 580, a 1TB hard drive, which is a little disappointing that it was just a hard drive and not an SSD as well. But hey, you can pick up an SSD for pretty cheap, so after you factor that in, $900 with an SSD, that's a great deal. And again, 8GB 580s are super expensive, so if you're dead set on that's the GPU you want, your best route is getting a pre-built computer, and a PC like this with a Ryzen 7 1700, 16GB of DDR4 RAM, and an 8GB RX 580, that's a great deal. So wanted to mention that as well. It has shot back up to $1,100, but I've seen PCs like this once again pretty regularly available for around $850 to $900, so that's an option too if you want to go the AMD route. So that's going to conclude this video, guys. Again, the GPU sector of things is looking on the upswing. While there are good deals on individual GPUs, pre-built computers are still a very nice option, and that's what's great right now. You do have options to go different pathways depending on what your ideal budget is. So that's going to wrap this one up, guys. If you have a request for a future video, leave that in the comments section down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.